Hi, I'm Shauna with VA Disability Group. Today we'll be discussing the additional state benefits available to South Dakota veterans who have a 100% rating with the VA, as well as a few other benefits veterans should be aware of. We understand that navigating all the available options can be overwhelming, and we hope this information will help simplify the process and point you in the right direction to take advantage of these benefits. Visit our website where we will have more detailed information regarding eligibility and application processes. We will have a link in the description box below. Each state establishes its own eligibility and admission criteria for its homes. We recommend that you talk with a VA social worker near you about eligibility requirements and to create a payment plan. In South Dakota, to be eligible, you must have an honorable discharge and have maintained residency in the state at any time in the past 5 years, preceding the date you apply. There is an income cap for admittance. Spouses and surviving spouses of eligible veterans may also be eligible for admission. In the case of a married couple, the spouse of the veteran must be admitted with the veteran unless the veteran is institutionalized. Cost is based on income. South Dakota has 3 national cemeteries and 5 state cemeteries. National burial benefits include a grave site in any of the VA national cemeteries with available space, opening and closing of the grave, perpetual care, a government headstone, marker, or medallion, a burial flag, and a presidential memorial certificate at no cost to the family. Burial benefits are available for spouses and dependents as well. Keep in mind that state cemeteries eligibility is similar to national cemeteries, but may include residency requirements. The property tax exemption for paraplegic veterans program exempts qualified veteran-owned property from all property taxes. To be eligible to receive this exemption, the property must be owned by a paraplegic veteran or a veteran with loss or loss of use of both lower extremities. The unremarried spouse of such a veteran is also eligible. The property must also be specifically designed for wheelchair use within the structure. Applications to apply are available online or at any county courthouse beginning in January of each year. The application must be submitted annually to your local county assessor's office on or before November 1st. The property tax exemption for disabled veterans program exempts up to $150,000 of the assessed value of a qualifying property. To be eligible, the property must be owned and occupied by a disabled veteran or an unremarried surviving spouse. The veteran must be rated as permanently and totally disabled as the result of a service-connected disability. Applications are available at the county courthouse or from the property tax division, and must be submitted to your local county assessor's office on or before November 1st. Once you are approved for the exemption, no further applications are needed. The property will continue to receive the $150,000 exemption until the property is sold or there is a change in use. South Dakota offers a bonus of up to $500 for current or former military members who were legal residents of the state for no less than 6 months, immediately preceding a period of active duty. Certain criteria must be met in addition to serving specific time periods. If you served from August 2nd, 1990 to March 3rd, 1991, then all active service counts for payment. If you served from March 4th, 1991 to December 31st, 1992, then only service in a hostile area qualified for the Southwest Asia Service Medal counts for payment. If you served from January 1st, 1993 to September 10th, 2001, then only service in a hostile area qualifying for campaign or service medals counts for payment. Lastly, if you served from September 11th, 2001 to a date that is yet to be determined, then all active service counts for payment. Veterans with qualifying service from August 2nd, 1990 to December 31st, 1992, Desert Storm, may receive one bonus of up to $500. Veterans with qualifying service after January 1st, 1993 may receive another bonus of up to $500. Active duty for training is not considered for bonus purposes. To apply, you'll submit a completed application along with a copy of your DD-214 or active duty orders and a summary of benefits letter to the South Dakota Department of Veterans Affairs bonus program. We will have links on our website. South Dakota veterans get employment preference for all state, county, local, and school district jobs. If you have at least the minimum qualifications for the job, you will get an interview. You may not be disqualified by your age, by loss of a limb, or by any other physical impairment which is not incapacitating. You must possess the necessary qualifications to do the job in question. A veteran disabled due to a service-connected cause is given preference over a non-disabled veteran. An unmarried surviving spouse of a veteran who died in service or died from a service-connected cause is entitled to the same preference as an eligible veteran, provided the spouse has the necessary skills and qualifications for the job. If a disabled eligible veteran is unable to use their veteran's preference due to the disability, the spouse may use it. To apply, the standard form SF-15 must be completed and submitted with supporting documentation. South Dakota offers a wide variety of educational benefits to resident veterans and their dependents. It is important to note that state educational benefits can often be used in conjunction with the national educational benefits, such as the DEA program. If you're interested in learning more about the DEA program, check out our national benefits video. Honorably discharged South Dakota veterans who served after August 1st, 1990, and received a campaign, expeditionary, or service medal for combat operations are eligible for free tuition at state colleges. You must not be eligible for the GI Bill or other federal educational benefits to receive this tuition grant. You can receive 1 month of free tuition for each month of qualifying service, with a minimum of 1 and a maximum of 4 academic years. To qualify, you must have been discharged under honorable conditions, be a current resident of South Dakota, and qualify for in-state tuition. Additionally, one of the following must be true. You served on active duty at any time between August 2nd, 1990, and a date to be determined. You received an Armed Forces Expeditionary Medal or other United States campaign or service medal for participation in combat operations against hostile forces outside the boundaries of the United States, or you have a service-connected disability rating at 10% or more. The application for free tuition is available at the school's financial aid, veterans representative, or registrar's office. They can also be downloaded from our website. The completed application, along with a copy of your DD-214, must be submitted to the South Dakota Department of Veterans Affairs in Pierre. Certain North Dakota resident dependent children are eligible for free tuition in a state-supported school. To qualify, the child must be under 25 years of age and a North Dakota resident. The parent must have been killed in action or died of other causes while on active duty, and was a North Dakota resident for at least 6 months immediately preceding entry into active duty. The application for free tuition is available at the school's financial aid office, veterans representative, or registrar's office. They can also be downloaded on our website. Children and spouses of prisoners of war or of persons listed as missing in action are entitled to attend a state-supported school without the payment of tuition or mandatory fees, provided they are not eligible for equal or greater federal benefits. The application for free tuition is available at the school's financial aid office, veterans representative, or registrar's office. or they can be obtained at the South Dakota Department of Veterans Affairs. Again, we will also have the links for the application on our website. Guard members who meet requirements for admission are eligible for a 100% reduction in tuition charges at one of the following state programs: any state-supported university or undergraduate programs for up to 128 credits, and graduate programs of up to 32 credits. A program of study approved by the State Board of Education at any vocational college will also qualify. It is important to note that the recipient of the federal education benefits does not affect eligibility for this program. To qualify, you must be a member of the South Dakota Army or Air Guard throughout each semester or vocational program for which you applied for benefits. You must have completed the required active duty for training and attended 90% of drills and training periods. You must maintain a satisfactory academic grade level. Additionally, you must provide proper notice to the institution at time of registration for the term in which benefits are sought. Lastly, all federal tuition assistance benefits must be used before receiving state tuition assistance. SDCL provides free tuition to the children or spouse of a National Guard member disabled or killed in the line of duty. To be eligible, the dependent child must be under the age of 25 and a South Dakota resident. The dependent spouse must be a South Dakota resident. The veteran must have died or sustained a total disability permanent in nature because of duty as a member of the South Dakota National Guard while on state or federal active duty or any authorized training duty. Eligible dependents are entitled to free tuition and are entitled to attend any course or courses of study in any state-supported university or technical college. The application form is available at the school's financial office, veterans representative, or registrar's office. They are also available from the South Dakota Department of Veterans Affairs, as well as on our website. Honorary high school diplomas can be provided to veterans who served during certain wartime periods. Eligible veterans include anyone who served on active duty at any time during the periods of December 7th, 1941 to September 2nd, 1945, June 25th, 1950 to July 31st, 1953, or February 28, 1961 to May 7th, 1975. The school district selected by the veteran shall award a diploma to the veteran. South Dakota resident veterans who are entitled to VA special monthly compensation are former POWs, receive Social Security disability, or receive at least 40% VA disability, get a 4-year hunting and fishing license for a small administrative fee. The application and verification papers, along with a $10 fee, must be submitted to the South Dakota Game, Fish, and Parks office in Pierre. Upon completion of the form and verification of eligibility, you will receive a reduced fee hunting and fishing license. The license card will be a replacement for the resident small game license and resident fishing license. The license is valid for a 4-year period. South Dakota residents on active duty outside the state and home on leave can hunt and fish without a license. However, migratory bird stamps must still be purchased. Individuals who are missing an upper limb or are physically incapable of using an upper limb or who are confined in a wheelchair may use a crossbow to take game birds and animals once they have obtained a disabled hunter permit. A legally blind or quadriplegic legally licensed individual who possesses a disabled hunter permit may claim game birds and animals taken by a designated hunter in accordance with the license or licenses possessed by the handicapped hunter. The handicapped hunter must be physically present and participating in the hunt. Applications are obtained from the Game, Fish, and Parks office in Pierre or from the game warden. Certain resident veterans may obtain free admission to any South Dakota state park and are eligible for a 50% discount on any camping fee or associated electrical fee. To qualify, you must be totally disabled from service-connected disabilities or be receiving VA SMC Level K. You would also qualify if you were held as a prisoner of war. Application forms may be obtained from a local park manager or through the Game Fish and Parks office in Pierre. A payment of up to $100 can be made by the state to help defray the burial and funeral expenses of an honorably discharged veteran. The surviving spouse or relatives must furnish an affidavit to the CTVSO that sufficient funds are not available for payment of the expenses. The application for the burial allowance must be submitted by the county or tribal veteran service officer to the Pierre office within 1 year from the date of the burial. The state will pay $200 toward the cost of setting a government headstone or marker at the grave of a veteran who was a resident of South Dakota for 1 year preceding entrance into the military service or 1 year preceding their death. The state will pay $100 for the professional etching of the veteran's military information on the back of a privately purchased headstone. The etching on the private stone must include the name, rank, branch of service, and dates of birth and death of the veteran. The application for headstone setting reimbursement must be submitted by the county or tribal veteran service officer to the Pierre office within 1 year from the date of setting of the headstone or marker. South Dakota counties may not charge for certified copies of birth, death, marriage, adoption, divorce, guardianship, or conservatorship papers. The stipulation is that these records are required to support a claim against an agency of the federal or state government by or on behalf of a service member or veteran. A spouse, surviving spouse, or dependents of a service member or veteran can also receive records with no charge for this purpose. Thank you for joining me to discuss the ancillary benefits for disabled South Dakota veterans. Check the description box below for a link to the South Dakota State Benefits page on our website, and while you're there, take a look around to see what other resources we have available. Leave a comment on this video if you have any questions, or if this video was helpful. And let us know what other content would be helpful for veterans seeking VA benefits. Thanks. Have a good one.